Week one of Phil Kenyon's Putting Academy, I realized I couldn't aim my putter straight. But turns out I'm not the only golfer with this problem. Now in week 2 and 3, Phil Kenyon shows why we aim wrong and how to finally fix it. This video is part of a series where I bring you highlights from Phil Kenyon's 12-week Putting Academy. Yeah, the same Phil Kenyon, the coaches Scotty Scheffler, Tommy Fleetwood, and many others. And now me, kinda. Let's go. So in this second video and week 2 and 3 of Phil Kenyon's Academy, we're looking at why we aim incorrectly. And there's a number of factors and 14 or 15 videos Phil Kenyon goes through. But I'm going to give you the Coles notes. So the first factor is actually the putter itself. Head shape, sight lines, hosel, even the color of the putter. All these affect your perception, and we're all different. Phil's test is simple. Square the putter to a line that you have already lined up as perpendicular to the straight putt. I've lined up my mirror straight to the hole. Now I'm going to grab a chalk pen and just mark what is perpendicularly straight to the hole. Then line up and ask yourself, does this look square to the target, to your eyes? Some sight lines will fool your eyes left or right. The key is to figure out which markings or features on your putter give you the clearest picture of square. Do you need a thick center line, lines on the outside, two balls down the middle that I'm using right now? What works best with this test for you? I actually found that I liked my old 2-ball putter, which allowed me to line up my eyes. I was having trouble with my new Jailbird one. It just wasn't working for me. So do this test, figure out what you need to look at on your putter to line it up right, or get a new putter that works for your eyes, like I did. I'll add a downloadable document with this test and all the drills from this lesson in the description at the end. Check it out. Next is stroke bias. So many golfers, especially us seasoned golfers, have a built-in pull or push in their stroke from years of golfing. To compensate, we subconsciously start aiming in the opposite direction. Phil Kenyon calls this a stroke aimer. For example, if you tend to pull left, you'll start aiming right, and that's what I do. If you push right, you'll start aiming left. And the fix is simple, actually. Phil says work on your stroke bias. As your stroke gets better, as you start hitting your start line, the aim actually falls back into place. The third thing Phil talks about is body alignment bias. And I had a bit of this as well. So it's your feet, your hips, your torso, your shoulders. Are you lining up at setup in line with your target line? If not, it may be throwing your eyes out or your aim out. So Phil suggests walking up to the ball on a straight putt and setting up with your eyes closed and then opening them and taking a look. Hey, am I open? Am I closed? And that may be throwing you off. And the fourth thing Phil talks about is your pre-shot routine, how you step into the ball. And this is related to the last one. Some place the putter with the right foot in. Some will do it with the left foot in. But how you do this may influence how you lay that putter down and if you're aimed in the right spot or not. What Phil suggests, if this looks like it might be a problem for you, try stepping into the ball differently. See what helps you aim better. Feet first is one thing he suggests before you even put the putter down. But it's trial and error. You got to work in your routine so you line up that putter correctly. And finally, the drills. So the progression drill is how we fix our aim issues. It's a big one. This drill has really improved my putting. So step one, pick a 5-foot putt that you can figure out is pretty straight. And what you're going to do is set up a string line, a putting mirror, or a mat that I use. Have a gate, and make sure you're aimed perfectly and use an alignment rod on your feet. Get everything square to that line, and then start making putts. Try to do 5 or 10 putts with all of these aids in place. Step 2 is start to reduce these aids. So remove the alignment rod, then the mirror, leaving up the gate, and then test your stroke. Keep trying to get through the gate, keep trying to make those putts. And then step 3 is called performance mode. This is just like you're on the course. Same putt, but with no aids. So take away all the aids and just try to hold that 5-foot putt. And then finally, step 4 is retest. So what I do is I'll set up that same putt, 5-foot putt, line it up, and then get out my chalk pen and put a mark at the front of my putter where the putter face is facing. And then I usually bring in my putting mirror and I line that up and say, hey, am I aimed straight? As I said, Matt Fitzpatrick, one of Phil Kenyon's students, does this all the time. And I've been doing this, and it is a game changer. I highly suggest you do it. So now I'm just going to grab my putting mirror, put it flush with the line I just drew where my putter was aiming, and then check how well I'm aiming my putter. Let's take a look. So it looks like I'm aiming just a hair right of center. So yeah, that's not too bad compared to where I was a few weeks ago. This drill is one you need to start doing. So the key takeaway here is in week 2 and 3 of Phil Kenyon's Academy is aim bias has multiple causes: your putter, your stroke, your body alignment, even your eyes. By testing each one, you'll discover where your bias lies and how to manage it. And then the progression drill that you learned at the end will keep you in check going forward. So I'll keep working through these drills and routines, and in the next videos, we'll move into weeks 4 to 6, which is all about the putting stroke and hitting your start line consistently. So that's a little bit more exciting. And I'm honestly only about halfway through this program, but my strokes gained in putting has improved drastically in my last 4 games. So this program is, it's well worth the money, but I'm hoping to give you all the tips here week to week so you can do it on your own. If you want to see what's next, learn all the drills and techniques that are coming up, just hit follow and subscribe. And we'll work through this 12 weeks together of the Phil Kenyon Academy. And also check the description for downloads. And thanks for watching.